In this example, we will look at how we can solve an absolute value inequality by graphing the inequality and a horizontal line. So we'll look at a horizontal line and the graph of the absolute value and look at how to solve the inequality that way. To start with, let's just have a really good basic understanding of an absolute value less than inequality. So here's an easier example. Great problem solving skill is to think through an easier problem. So that's what I'm going to do first. If we had this absolute value of x less than 10, then I could draw a number line that goes at least from -10 to 10. And I could see that if absolute value, if I understand the definition of that it's the distance from 0, the x's that are less than 10 units from 0 are the x's that go from -10 up to 10. So I get this sandwiched in kind of interval. We would say that the solution to the absolute value of x less than 10, all the x's who are less than 10 units from 0 would go from -10 exclusive up to 10 exclusive. Now I say exclusive because we're not including the -10 or the 10. If the inequality had an or equal to, we would change it to brackets. So let's look at our example. We've got the absolute value of 3 minus x less than 5. And for this example, what we're going to do is look at a graph. The graph of the absolute value of 3 minus x is given here in black. And then let me highlight that graph for you too. So what I'll do is I'll outline it in green. So we've got the absolute value is green, and then let's look at the absolute values, what we're saying it's less than, and that's the 5. So if I did a horizontal line, y equals 5, what I'm looking for is all the x's, all of the solutions to this, so all the x's such that this inequality, so the green, is less than the pink. So what if I just said this, green less than pink? Just looking at the inequality, looking at the graph rather, do you see all the values, all the x values where the green is falling under the pink? So I could see that if I dropped some invisible lines going down here, you could see that it's from -2 up to 8. When x is -2 up to 8, but not including those intersections. So not including -2, but anything that is greater than -2, any x that's greater than -2, this green is less than the pink, and anything up to but not including the 8. So the solution is going to be -2 to 8. Now, the best approach to this type of problem is really to understand what absolute value means, and then from there to logically step through what is the graph. So I hope that you'll spend a little bit more time thinking through this problem, not just looking for a pattern to solve it, but if you want to really be ready to move forward, try a similar problem and make sure that you're still getting those similar problems correct also, not from a pattern, but from a place of understanding.